And it's gotta be Cinnamon Toast Project. That's the only thing that's soothing my soul. Turn on the TV to Power Rangers, yeah. Now it's morphin' time, I'm ready to go.
So, but yeah, go ahead, Danny. Let's get into Bandersnatch, the Netflix movie and season 5 of Black Mirror.
Yeah, so Bandersnatch. I was late to the game with all of the Black Mirror stuff. Like, I don't think I even watched. I think last year was the first time I watched any of the Black Mirror episodes. I saw the one with the start off with the pig, you know, all of that.
You start off with the first one.
Yeah, I started off at the beginning and progressively got through them. They were that show is like, it's tough for me to watch because it takes a lot of thought. Like, you have to think and reflect and you know, you put yourself in the situations and stuff like that. And they, you know, I think this is kind of like the natural evolution of it, because the show is so you know, pop culture driven and so it's so immersive that the next logical evolution of it is to, you know, let it, you know, choose your own adventure type thing.
Mm-hmm. So now not only do you have to think, but now you also have to do.
Yeah, right. Like, it's ridiculous. So I enjoyed it. You know, the show was really violent at points. This dude, you know, they talking about making a video game, and then I don't know if you chose, you know, I think when I chose to work on it with the company, like, that was the end of that was the end. Like, it was like five years later or whatever, it was done, and it was horrible, and that was the end of the thing. Like, so like, that's like real early in the thing where
he was like 0 out of 5 stars. Terrible.
Yeah, exactly. So
like people watching our show, after they watch the show, be like 0 out of 5 stars. That's terrible.
Yeah, but I thought it's cool. I actually want to watch it again, to just let it play through and do, because you know, you have the option of just letting it choose. You know, it has a natural progression, you know, that it will normally go through. And I want to actually go back and try to do that. You know, Black Mirror, they always put a lot of Easter eggs in their shows. So I was watching somebody's video, and they said that the name Bandersnatch was also already put in like episode 2 seasons ago.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah. So they said that it was, I think, in the episode with the puppet that was Congress or whatever. I believe they said, well, I can't remember, but they said that it was already in there. So, you know, they plan these things out way ahead of time. So that's great. But I you know, I liked it. Like I said, it was just like really violent at points. Like, this, I know dude is kind of off or whatever, but just depending on which way you went, he could go full rage mode and you know, go on a killing spree. I think at one point, like, you kill like 5 people or something like that. Like, to cover up one murder, you gotta commit another murder. And then you know, but at the same time, you know, he jumps out a window at one point. You get the option to, you know, it was crazy. Like, it was pretty cool to kind of see. Oh, and I heard that they had like literally 5 hours worth of footage, you know, like, you can watch it all the way through, but they, you know, in 45 minutes or so, or an hour. But to get through, you know, they have 5 hours of footage just prepared, just depending on which, you know, all the different routes that you can take. So that's cool. I think that they should definitely do more stuff like that. That was just really cool to have that kind of power.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting, man. I gotta know it was 5 hours. I thought it was like 2 hours or so. So, but yeah, that was. Danny is choosing something right now. He's choosing to beat his child or yell at his child. Which one should you do?
Well, the camera wasn't on.
Oh man, I really enjoyed it, man. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but to me, it was a great experiment. Like as far as the movie was concerned, there were some parts where it was kind of slow. Like I wish more things happened, but from the aspect of being able to choose all kinds of things and the endings being so radically different from each other, like they weren't variations on each other. Like one ending would be this way, and the other ending would be ridiculously unrelated at all. So I'm about to spoil it real quick, and I'm very curious, Danny, as to what endings that you got here. And if you're watching the show, please go ahead and post in the comments what endings that you get, because I'm sure there's a lot more endings than even what I saw here. So I got an ending where I jumped off the roof, and then after I jumped off the roof, nobody bought the game. They finished the game in my absence, and then the guy that's ranking the games is like, try harder.
Wow.
I got one. My favorite one, I love this, is you get to choose to tell him, like, he's like, who's there? Who's there? And it's like, tell him that it's Netflix. Or tell him that it's this other one. And if you tell him that it's Netflix,
on the computer screen.
Yeah. I'm like, tell him that it's Netflix. Like, seriously? Like, you went there? and if you do that, you can choose, you end up fighting your psychiatrist. Yeah. And then you can choose to chop your dad in the neck or kick him in the balls. And then your dad drags you out. And you're like, is this what the F you wanted for entertainment? I got one where instead of fighting your psychiatrist, you can choose to jump out the window. But then when you do that, the director says, cut.
Yeah. And they're like, you don't jump out of the window here. But it's crazy because like the director comes out, but the guy is still acting like he's in the show. Like he doesn't know that it's a show. So it's kind of the whole show, the whole thing is trippy, man.
It's crazy. He's like, Mike, this is what he's like, Stefan. Oh man. There's another one where you kill your dad and you bury him, but then the other guy, what was his name? Colin. Colin finds out, but then you let Colin go. Like, you can choose to kill Colin or not. So I let him go, and Colin walks out. He says, "Yeah, I guess that was pretty anticlimactic for you guys." All right then. That was it. I got another one where the dad chops up he kills his dad. He chops up the body, and then Colin disappears. And then so the main character, Stefan, gets arrested. And then in the future, Colin's daughter ends up finishing the game. But then instead of finishing it, she realizes that she's being controlled too. And so she ends up smashing the computer. Or you can choose to smash the computer or throw tea on it. I chose to smash the computer. So you must not have had that one, Danny.
I think I saw that one. I can't remember if I got to that part. I remember the spilling tea on it part, but I don't think I can't remember exactly which one I chose. Some parts I did let play through, and then some parts I made a decision on. So,
and there was one more where somehow you go back in time, and you find that rabbit that you got rid of, or that your dad took. So you find the rabbit, and then you choose to get on the train with your mom. But and
he died. Yeah, I got that. He died. Yeah, and they both
die in the present.
Man, it's crazy, bro. This show is just crazy. All of the Black Mirror stuff is just insane. So you can literally choose to go back in time and die with your mother because you still ended up getting on the train late, and then getting on the late train and then dying instead of living and staying with your father. It's crazy, man.
And I love that you die in the present. Like, it shows the little boy, see, like, oh, he's about to die, but then like you're sitting there in the psychiatrist chair, and then like he was just sitting there. Like, I don't know what happened. He was just sitting. He's like, oh, my son, he's dead. But there's a couple of things. I like the fact that he begins to understand that he's being controlled, and he starts to rebel against my control. Like, it's like smash the computer or pour tea on it. And I'm like, all right, smash the computer. And he's like, no, no, I won't do it.
Yeah, like when they say interactive, they're serious about the thing. Like, you're actually a part of the, part of it. And I really like to see the data that they get, from, because they're collecting the data on it. Like they're collecting to see what people chose. I would love to see what kind of input they get from from us choosing different things, and how we if they do polls on if we liked it or whatever, if we enjoyed whichever ones or whatever.
And what was the number of people that killed their father?
Right.
And one last thing, there's a part in there, I think after I don't know how I even got there, because it runs together after a while, but it ended up killing my father. And then I start to make a phone call, but the phone number is based off of things in the past. I don't know if you saw that one. Mm-mm. That one was really interesting. So it's like he starts to have these memories of different things, and he puts together this 5-digit phone number, which I got it wrong when I put in there, because I just wasn't expecting that to happen. But you can actually control the numbers that you put in. But I imagine that there's got to be multiple correct codes that would take you to a lot of different places. So I'm sure somebody will do a video on that, like all the possible endings.
I don't remember that part, but there was a part where you had to put in a 3-digit code. I don't remember a 5-digit code. I remember a 3-digit code.
The 3-digit code was when you were trying to get the rap, where you either put in pack,
pack,
or you put in toy. But now there was another one where you made a phone call based off of an actual number, and they were saying the numbers to you based off of flashbacks from the rest of the movie. And then you had to put them in there. But I got it wrong because I wasn't prepared for that. What? But yeah, I would recommend this movie. Again, it's not perfect, but as an experiment, I thought it was awesome. And I would love to see what would happen if they were to do like a Netflix Marvel movie like this, where you could choose what Captain America does, or who becomes Captain America, is it Bucky or Falcon. Like, it would be interesting to see where they could go with this type of thing.
That's about the only way they could get me to watch a Falcon movie.
So, what was your final review on this, sir?
I definitely say check it out, man. It's definitely worth it. Like I said, it's really violent at points, but just the experience of it is pretty cool. I'm more of a sit back and enjoy the feature type person, but being really like, it took interactivity to the next level. So that was pretty cool.
Nice. Okay. Well, guys, we have talked about Bandersnatch enough. So do you choose for us to end the show or keep going? End the show or keep going? End the show. We're going to end this portion of it. So please make sure you subscribe to us if you like what we did, or of course, subscribe to Survive.
And it's gotta be Cinnamon Toast Crunch, that's the only thing that's soothing.